Hi, guys, and welcome back to Law of Attraction. We're going to have a little chat today about how to goal set effectively. Now, goal setting is something that we all do in our lives. However, some of us are doing it well and some of us are not. So, what does it mean to set a goal? This means that we are going to decide on what it is that we want to achieve. Now, this could be that you want to learn to drive. It could be that you want to save some money. It could be that you want to lose weight. It could be starting a business. All of these things are completely valid goals, and the goals are set individually, dependent upon you and yourself as an individual. So for some people, one goal may be very attainable, whereas for other people, that might be a more difficult goal. And so we need to think about how we can actually achieve this goal and how we can aim for it. So some of the common mistakes that I see when people are goal setting is that they try to set goals that are too big. They also set them with no way of achieving them. So it's just this kind of, very innocuous, abstract idea. I'm going to create a business. Well, what business? How are you going to create it? What does the business do? So we also need to be very specific when we are creating these goals and make sure that they're achievable. There's no good in setting this huge, great, goal that you're just going to not be able to achieve. If you do that, all you're going to do is set yourself up for failure, and you're going to cause a lot of inner distress and a lot of feeling of distrust in oneself, that you're not capable, you're not competent, and you can't set yourself to do things and to achieve things. So make sure that you are setting specific goals that are achievable, and that you're also putting rewards in place throughout the time that you're trying to achieve these goals to keep you motivated along the way. This is something that I see quite common with people, is that they are very big goal setters, but not much reward. So they get into these loops of achievement. And as soon as they achieve the next goal, they just set another goal and go after that with no kind of real basking in their own glory of what they've done or what they've achieved, and no real reflectivity of what they've done, which can lead us feeling a little bit like we're on a treadmill just going round and round. So what are some top tips for goal setting? Well, first off, you need to define your goal. So what is it that you want to achieve? So for instance, I'll talk about weight here, is that not a lot of people have tried to lose weight in their lives. So the goal would be that you want to lose 40 pounds. Then we need to create a plan to achieve this goal. So we need to break that goal down into smaller and more manageable tasks. Trying to lose 40 pounds is a big, that's a big goal, okay? But if you think about it in those terms, it becomes something that's quite unmanageable. So break it down into smaller, more manageable chunks. For example, you're going to lose £4 a month for 10 months. And then you can break that down again, which is £1 a week. So track your progress and create a plan to achieve this goal. So we know that each pound of fat is 3,500 calories. So that's £1 a week that we're looking to use, and that would require a 250 calorie deficit a day. So we could plan that we'd be taking a long lunchtime walk, or we'd be cutting out a snack every day. And make sure that you are tracking your progress. I like to use wall charts and stars or ticks to show when a task has been completed and an objective has been achieved. And you want to have goals that you're trying to achieve every single day. Don't look at, I'm going to lose £1 this week. You look at, I'm going to cut out 250 calories every day, okay? And do it like that. So you're going to track your progress, and you're going to make sure that this is achievable the way that you're tracking it. Now, as you're tracking it, make sure that you are rewarding yourself and your progress regularly. So your brain is hardwired to continue the tasks that it gets rewards for creating this habit. So what we need to do is that as we go along, we reward ourselves along the way. So for instance, every week, if you've hit your 250 calorie deficit every day, and you've lost your £1 this week, because it's simple calories in, simple calories out maths, then you can go ahead and go to the cinema, or you can go and do something that you enjoy. So make sure that you are rewarding that progress. If you go months and months and months and months, and you get to month 3 and you've managed to lose however much, and you haven't rewarded yourself, the goal is going to become tenuous, and that leaves us not wanting to continue. So do a little reward every time you tick, every time you do that, do a little little jig, a little happy dance. That kind of creates that dopamine burst for ourselves. And then towards the end of the week, once you've actually achieved your progress that you've set yourself for the week, we're going to give ourselves a weekly reward of something a little bit bigger. It could be going to the cinema, it could be buying something nice, but just don't get caught up in that whole thing where you're going to reward yourself with the thing that you're giving up. That's one of the biggest problems that people do with goal setting, is that they go, oh, I've gone a week without cigarettes, now I could have a cigarette. No. So set yourself a reasonable deadline as well for the goal, and make sure that you're sticking to it. A lot of the times people aren't setting themselves deadlines, and so their brain doesn't have any reason to actually act upon the goal. We need to kind of create that sense of urgency that now is the time that we're doing this thing. We have this amount of time, and that we're going to hit that goal by then. And psychologically, when you set yourself these goals with a reasonable deadline, it actually becomes a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy where your subconscious gets involved and does all it can to help you out. So what realistic expectations should you have when it comes to setting, following, and achieving goals? And what should you do if you fail? Well, the biggest problem is that people make goals that aren't achievable to them, and this leads to misery and mistrust in yourself. Don't do this. Take time to work out if your goal is doable. Have other people done it? Is it reasonable? Does it fit in with your life? If it doesn't, then hone it down a little bit. Also, get really clear on your why, okay? Why do you want to achieve the goal? If the reason isn't strong enough, then your willpower and motivation will fail you. So often, if we use that goal of weight loss, people go, oh, I just want to look better. Okay, but that actually often isn't normally a big enough why for people to put down, whatever their vice is. So we want to think about a bigger why, and the bigger why would be things like health complications, the way that you feel, the way that you look, the way that you move around, and the way that your body feels when you're moving around. It could be the health reasons for diabetes, cancer, all of those kind of things that come alongside with being overweight. So those are the big whys that you should try to use when dealing with goal setting. Make sure that your why is big enough. Again, if it's just something that's frivolous or small, oh, I want to look good for, whatever, then it's not a good goal. So try and make sure that you are setting reasonable, realistic expectations, and that you are setting a good reason to do it, because otherwise you just won't do it. A realistic expectation would be, is it realistic? Are you going to be able to do it in that amount of time? If you say I'm going to lose 10 pounds in a week, like we see with these crazy crash diets, it's just not possible. It's not doable. You're going to lose water weight, and then you're just going to put weight back on again. If you think, oh, I'm going to only eat 300 calories a day for the next month until I lose 40 pounds, again, it's not reasonable. So set realistic expectations and make sure that you're going after a goal that kind of works well for you. Okay? Now, if you succeed in achieving that set goal, what should you do next? So reward yourself. You need to celebrate, okay? Enjoy the glory of your achievements for a little bit before getting back into setting any more goals. Take time to enjoy your new self, your new life, and then when you're ready, get going on whatever else you want to achieve. Goal setting can be really addictive, so please don't forget to be appreciative of your successes rather than just chasing the next carrot. Take time to bask in the glory of your achievements. Don't just throw all your success to the side and start getting on to the next thing. This chasing the next carrot thing is really, really common, and I think it's quite part of our society of productivity and capitalism. But do take time to enjoy what you've achieved, and recognize that often using lots of willpower and motivation and going after goals can be quite stressful and can leave us a little bit in fight or flight sometimes. So take some downtime, just manage and maintain the goal that you've achieved, and then look at setting something in a little bit of time once you've kind of recouped your energy a little bit and that you've actually had time to enjoy what you've actually been successful in. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments what your goal is, and I'll give you some tips on how you can achieve it. If you've liked this video, please support the channel by liking and subscribing. It helps me loads to get my videos seen by more people, which means that I'm able to help more people as a result of you doing something that takes you half a second. So just click like, subscribe, and if you want to know when I put out a new video, click that bell icon next to the subscribe and you'll get notifications. And I've got new videos out every week. I love you all very much. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.